Drak's gonna need a break before that happens.
Well, if we can get the Jiggy first, we can do another run with her later.
Okay, here we go. This is what you have to do. Basically, this kind of resets Canary Mary, and then on top of that, it lets me get a break so that my wrist isn't throbbing.
Yeah.
Here we go again. Is she still ahead?
Well, a little bit, but you're
catching
Yeah,
up.
I'm slingshotting.
Don't worry. Just focus on the controller. Don't focus on her.
Be the controller.
No pain, no gain.
Break!
Oh, jeez. I thought Chrono Trigger was bad. I'd gladly take the soup challenge over this.
The soup challenge.
Right, the soup.
Yeah.
Massive air quotes. You can't fool us, Ted Woolsey.
I'm gonna get such crap in the comments on this video.
Well, and why is that?
Because I basically have to just slam this thing down as hard as I can.
Well, it would make a whole lot of sense, you know that.
Come on, Drak. Live to win.
Drak.
Oh, I'm not living to win at all. I'm living till I die.
Oh.
Oh, this hurts.
Oh. Yes, I would say this one is as bad as the...
The minecart.
No, not the minecart, but I think the N64 must have been a lot easier back in the day.
I do this because I love you.
Because he would do it for the fans.
Oh. I'm about to say F you fans, but you know, I love you guys. Here we go again.
Why are we doing?
I have no idea.
We're
but it
almost there.
hurts.
We're almost there.
Okay.
Put your hands in the air.
I can't wave them like I just don't care. I can't. Oh, this hurts.
That sounds like something.
Quick, we need Ben Gay.
Where's the Bengay when you need it? You're way ahead of her. You're way ahead of her.
Killing it.
You're winning it.
Oh, first try.
Drak needs a break.
Ow.
Because I don't think he's up for the challenge of round 2.
You beat me again.
Yep, the usual prize will suffice.
I do
Don't
it
be greedy, Kazooie.
for those
We
I
won all her
love.
I say give us both prizes!
Oh no, you didn't. Look what I found up here. I also found another papery thing about the mouse if you want to try and win it.
I can't grab
I didn't want to do that.
That'd be funny if you can grab
just blues.
Wait, can you grab the... Oh, you can't grab it. That would have been funny if you could grab it while you were riding
No, I can't do this. Oh well.
Apparently Alex does not have the love and dedication that Drak does.
Where are
Oh,
you?
man. Perhaps we'd better start again. Don't go to hell.
it. We'll be back for you for the other half.
I was gonna say, if that Jiggy disappeared,
I would cry.
F you, Canary Mary. Alright. I'll be back for you in a bit. Okay, so now that we've gotten that done, and my wrist is promptly throbbing.
And Drak needs Bengay.
Drak needs some Bengay.
I say we should go head to the cheese factory, shall we?
See, you missed all the stuff yesterday when we actually tested this out. Where I would go into our bedroom and just be like, this isn't fair. I have to wreck my wrist for the fans.
I'm a bee again.
And I know that there's gonna be somebody in the audience that's gonna be like, oh my gosh, it's just wrist pain, get over it.
Oh yeah, let's see you do that.
You haven't busted both your wrists in your life. It actually hurts like a mother effer. Okay? I'll admit, I'm not a guy who can withstand a whole lot of pain, but I broke both wrists, alright? I'm not doing that crap again, and it hurts like hell. Oh man, okay.
Yeah, I believe it.
I believe it.
Now you can go find those eyeballs and shoot them down.
And if you guys want to send us videos on, oh, here's how you could have done it so much easier than wrecking your wrist, feel free. I don't care.
Someone's in the air! Defend your Jiggy at all costs!
Yeah, I mean, I only used to know how to do on the N64 version by...
We were actually really worried that if we couldn't get this to work last night, that basically we'd have to forgo the completionist run.
I would
because
cry.
we just wouldn't be able to get this done.
I would cry.
Yeah,
Well, of course you would.
we can go the
Little Miss
completionist.
I'm the completionist. And where's my shirt?
Yeah, where is her shirt?
Very simple. I wouldn't be buying her a shirt. I'd be buying her a blanket. I actually did look up completionist shirts, and they were out of the lower sizes.
What size?
Their smallest size at the moment was 2X.
Oh my gosh, seriously?
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be buying you a shirt. I'd be buying you a blanket.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Buying her a Snuggie.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be buying her like a body-size Snuggie. All right, that's taken care of. I hope everybody's having a great week. I'm in a lot of pain right now, but it's okay.
Let's see.
I'm about to go into the Drakfoo voice. Hi, I'm Drakfoo. I punch things.
Or all these eyeballs.
What was that?
They're around. You probably just have to fly around. Eventually, you'll find them all.
And also, special thanks to Alex, the Shadow Blazer, for stepping in. As of this recording, last weekend, he guest hosted
Geek News,
News.
Reviews, and Opinions.
mainly because I had some last-minute crap happen. You know, family stuff happens from time to time, and I needed to be able to take care of that. And thankfully, Alex stepped up to run the show, even though I know that a lot of the topics he probably wasn't all that interested in talking about.
Check by the water area. There might be one there.
I had a fair few things to say on all the topics.
You had a fair few things to say about Dark Souls.
Well, not Dark Souls so
Dark
much, because I haven't played Dark Souls.
Well, the story that people might be confused about, this actually is a early September story that we never covered.
The one way
I think it
over
was,
by the green area.
I think it was from TGS, where the creator of Dark Souls, I think I'm going to say his name right now. I don't want to confuse you, Alex. Hidetaka Miyazaki.
Mm-hmm.
He actually confirmed that there is another Dark Souls game coming and a new Armored Core game coming, so I'm thankful because, for crying out loud, we can finally have something from Software that isn't Dark Souls. Because, I mean, for crying out loud, they have Tenchu, they have Armored
I'll
Core,
find 'em.
they have a bunch of other games. And then we also got the announcement of a new IP, which we don't know a whole lot about.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, new IP. I'm just glad that we're having developers working on other things, and then we had a bunch of movie announcements. I don't know if you guys... Did you tackle the J.J. Abrams story?
Let's see. I think so.
Where he said that they're still working on a Portal and a
Is it
Half-Life
down there?
movie?
I think, yeah, we talked about it very briefly.
Okay. I'm trying to think of all the other stuff that was actually on the agenda, because...
Quick, you fool! Pass the Jiggy on!
Okay, now it's by the water where it drained.
I actually have to look this up now. Oh yeah, Fruit Ninja the movie.
Fruit Ninja the movie.
Fruit Ninja?
I'm just curious. Do you even know what Fruit Ninja is, dude?
I had to look it up.
Basically, Andrea, Fruit Ninja, like, you know, Angry Birds?
Yeah.
The second most popular thing on the App Store for a long time was Fruit Ninja.
Oh.
It's basically a game where you use your finger to swipe across the touchscreen like a sword,
Yeah.
and you are killing fruit.
Oh. It's right by the where you drain the water.
And they're making a movie based off of Fruit Ninja.
Because they did Angry Birds.
Because
and
they did Angry Birds.
Because stupid people made Angry Birds a success.
Yeah. The other thing,
Down there,
too, that
I
we could
think.
probably talk about, because I need to get this off my chest. It's actually frustrating. I wanted to be on Geek News that night, but I also want to take care of my family, so that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to talk about the live-action Lion King, and that is...
Exactly.
What? Live action.
They're gonna make a quote-unquote
so,
live-action Lion
because
King.
of the popularity of the live-action Beauty and the Beast,
Uh-huh.
and the fact that Cinderella didn't do bad and neither did Maleficent.
My rare eyeballs, Jacob Blantz! You killed them all!
In fact, I think Pete's Dragon also did fairly well too. We are now going to get a live-action Lion King.
That'd be interesting, actually, to be honest.
By the director of Iron Man.
Now fly
Yes,
up
Jon
to the very
Favreau.
top of the mountain. We could shoot the bullseye.
I'm glad you brought that up, Mr. Jon Favreau, aka the Butler in Iron Man.
He wasn't the butler.
Yeah, he was.
He was he was the
Or
bodyguard.
no, he was the personal security guard or whatever in Iron Man 2.
Yeah, technically the butler would be Jarvis, more or less. Just it was virtual.
I just remember him. Yeah, the reason I call him the Butler is because he raced the. You remember the beginning of Iron Man where he raced Jon Favreau to the airport? Mm-hmm. That's why I thought that's who he was.
And I was almost gonna say he was Foggy Nelson, but that's Daredevil.
The Ben Affleck Daredevil.
Yes.
Yeah. I was going in there going, no, he's not Foggy, but I'm thinking of the Netflix
Now,
Daredevil.
Zoot, there's lots of time.
Yeah,
I
they've
think,
since
I
replaced
think you gotta shoot it more.
Oh.
Do you have to shoot it more than...
They've since replaced him with what, dare I say, a good Foggy?
Oh, too.
Nice zooting. Why not come inside?
Let's see.
You didn't
Other
like
thing,
Jon Favreau's you didn't like Jon Favreau in the movie?
What was that?
You said they replaced him with a good Foggy, so you didn't like Jon Favreau in that movie.
I just didn't like him as Foggy. And the reason I don't like him as Foggy is because this is more a director's fault than the actor. Or this is not Favreau's fault. It's because they made him look like a dumbass lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
In the Ben Affleck movie, they tried to make Ben look better. And the series does a lot better.
As you can see, we Zabbas have a news to celebrate. We've arranged a little zooting game. If you score 40 points or more, we'll give you a prize. Manage to beat 50 points, then there's an extra special prize for you. Do you need any instructions?
No.
No, it's instructions.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm a bee, in case you couldn't tell. Now, we're also using a corded controller just to see if we can fix some of the lag time issues that we've been having with the wireless controller. See if this fixes any of it. But yeah, there's a live-action Lion King, and already we knew that there was going to be a live-action... It's not Aladdin, but it's a prequel to Aladdin.
Right.
Where they're going to cover Genie.
We
have a live-action Beauty and the Beast coming soon, which I've gotten lots of flack on my... I've decided not to see it. And actually, the reasons, believe it or not, some people have assumed that my reason for seeing it is not because I think it's not going to be good.
Probably because it's not.
No. I don't care if it's good or bad.
Oh, God.
I just don't.
Well, at least you got 40 so far.
Beauty and the Beast in theaters.
Now you just gotta fit it with 50 next time.
Oh, it's just 5 off. Nice zooting. You scored enough to win second prize.
And we get a Cheeto page out of it. So yeah, I'm not gonna go see it, but it's more of a personal reason.
What, seeing Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go see it because I already have kind of bad memories attached to seeing the animated movie in theaters. I'm not gonna...
Why did you have bad memories of it?
I've told you this before.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, what's the deal?
I'm debating whether or not I want to say this in
Well,
the mic.
you brought it up. You can't just drop it now.
It just so happens that my grandmother, who I spent a lot of time with and actually was a big encouraging force in my life, the last movie that I actually got to see with her was Beauty and the Beast.
Aww.
She passed away soon after.
Aww.
So it's not that I think it's going to be bad or anything like that, but it's just a soft spot for me. I don't want to go see it based off of that. And people can think it's silly or whatever, but I can't do it.
Well, there's nothing silly about it.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I just get bad. This even happened when me and Andrea went on our honeymoon to Orlando, where we saw a Beauty and the Beast musical, and I started
48.
getting flashbacks to that. So yeah, because that's when I told you.
Oh
is
yeah,
when we were
maybe that's why. And it's just been a while.
when we did the Beauty and the Beast musical, I couldn't help from just, getting a little overwhelmed, just from memories coming back. So I'm just not gonna go see it. Nothing against Emma Watson or anything like that. I'm just not gonna see it. So with that, there's also another story that I think we need to cover, specifically since we're playing a Nintendo game on an Xbox console, in the fact that there was a Nintendo 64 emulator on the Xbox One store for a couple of days. Then it got promptly removed.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Microsoft, this took days. I'm sorry, Nintendo, this took days and not hours? Nintendo should have been pissed that an emulator, something that they consider to be illegal, was on a competing console. And look, before people start pointing this out to me, I know that there was also an emulator in the Xbox One store that was basically like a Retron, where it could run Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, all those kinds of games. More than aware, but again, but a lot of the stuff that I read on that one is that you did have to homebrew the console a bit to be able to run that. This was on the store.
Yeah.
This was on the effing store, and it was removed in days, not hours, not an hour. Look, Nintendo, I get it. You're in Japan, so there's like a 6, maybe 8 hour difference between when things go up for you and for us. But the second you heard about that, your lawyer should have been on the phone to Microsoft. I'm sorry, Alex, your thoughts on this? This just blows my mind. A Nintendo 64 emulator was on Xbox One. Legally! Legitly!
No, it was not legit. Because to call it legit...
Get rid of Kazooie if you want to go to the sack race.
So it wasn't available on the store?
It was on the store, but it wasn't like a sanctioned upload by like Microsoft. It's not like Microsoft's people did it. You could call it's sort of a... somebody did it by uploading the app to the store.
Ah, Jiminy Christmas. Okay.
So, yeah. So Microsoft's really not at fault here.
Jiminy Christmas. It still just blows my mind. The other thing too was the concept. Since we already talked about Beauty and the Beast, do we dare talk about Disney possibly buying Twitter?
Right.
There's actually talk down in the grapevine because Twitter's not
Where'd
able
I
to
go?
get a whole lot of sponsorships, that they are
Probably
not
want
doing so
Banjo,
well.
if you...
Oh, I want to be Banjo.
Yeah,
And
if
there's
you're gonna do sack race.
There's a possibility that, I guess given via a
Well, first
connection
I-
in their boardroom,
Oh, one sec, Adam. Well, first I have to hatch the egg, don't I?
Yeah, you can do that too.
well, you have to you have to connect the dots here for me, Alex, because I guess they have a connection. Like one of their boardroom is actually like a former CEO or something of Twitter.
I don't know, but we kind of boiled this down that because Twitter's already a publicly traded company, so this probably wouldn't be necessarily them like buying the whole company per se, like when Google acquired YouTube. This
Yeah.
is probably them buying either majority stock or a significant amount of stock in the company.
Something like that, yeah. So that at that point, I know a lot of people are already jumping down our throats. It's like, oh my gosh, Disney's gonna censor everything we say. I don't think they're gonna do that.
Well, Twitter does that already.
Twitter, yeah, I was gonna say Twitter already does censor quite a bit. If anything, if Disney gets involved, they may like take steps to make it not as much of a cesspool as some of these online functions get.
Oh my!
But there's not a whole lot they can do about that. And of course, the other one that I also wanted to talk about.
Well, before you do that, we also talked. It's not just Disney looking to buy it; it's also Google and Verizon.
Yeah, Verizon was the one that threw me off. Just because I'm not sure where Verizon stands right now.
Can you find the flight path?
Where is it?
Yeah, it's probably at the beginning.
Yeah, like Google makes sense. Google bids for this stuff all the time. But Verizon. I honestly thought Verizon was almost done. Because the more and more around my house, I see T-Mobile and Sprint stores. I don't see Verizon stores anymore.
You don't do...
and AT&T. I don't see them anymore. I honestly thought Verizon was done.
Unless it's by Mumbo Skull.
But that's just me. And of course, the other one that I also wanted to talk about, which was that No Man's Sky, or at least the creator of No Man's Sky, is under investigation by the Federal Trade Commission.
No, it's not the FTC.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's I can't remember the exact board, but it's not by the U.S. government. They're under investigation in the United Kingdom for potential false advertising.
False advertising with No Man's Sky? You jest. Okay, before people start jumping down my throat, I am starting to believe, just given what I've played of No Man's Sky, that yes, I think the rumors are
that
confirmed.
flower.
The creator of No Man's Sky is the second coming of Peter Molyneux. And it's really just, this is something I had to explain because I'm sitting here with two people that never played a Molyneux game.
So where's this blank pad?
Peter Molyneux is the living, breathing example of an earlier generation of the No Man's Sky guy. What do I mean by that? He loved to overhype things. Loved it. This is why, in some cases, I was not a die-hard Lionhead Studios fan. Is because there are many times where we were fed a lot of hype, and it never led up to that. For example, Alex, I'm just going to throw this out here. What if Rare came out to you and said, in the next Banjo game, you're going to be able to do... I'm going to spitball here, because I could just invent features here. You could play as Mario in it. You could be able to get Cheeto pages galore and have numerous amounts of achievements.
See, we need to get...
This would be the first game
Banjo
with
from here to
achievements
there.
on the N64.
Wow.
You could be able to mount Kazooie and be able to ride her as a form of fast travel throughout all of the world.
Oh, don't you need Mumbo to make that rain and make it grow?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Just 10 different hype things that you can think of, that you would absolutely love to see, but we'll never see it in the game.
Yeah.
Peter Molyneux would hype the crap out of that, and the second it came out, he'd be like, oh yeah, no, the code can't support it. That's Peter Molyneux in a nutshell. Okay, I still remember when Black and White 2 was coming out, it got boasted 20 new features that everybody was absolutely excited for. Do you want to know how many of them made it? Zero. So at that point, the fact that this new guy, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but this guy's getting compared to Peter Molyneux, yeah, I can totally believe that. Because frankly, I actually feel like when you and me, specifically Alex, when we were talking about seeing the No Man's Sky trailer, we were absolutely excited. We bought into the hype. And it's not worth it!
Yeah.
I have no problem admitting this right now because it's probably going to be in my review anyway. It's boring. Oh my gosh, it's boring. I never thought space could be boring, but it's boring.
Yes.
So yeah, I think whether or not this guy needs to be under investigation, I don't know if I agree with that. But I'm definitely taking his next game with a huge grain of salt.
Wait, get Mumbo.
Oh, yeah.
If there is
that-
another game.
Or is he in the other one?
No, I think this is the one he's in.
Oh, and did you guys get to the listener question?
Yes, we did.
I'm curious, what did you guys actually answer? With the new season, so we got a listener question that I wanted to be able to approach last weekend. With a new season of TV on the way, specifically TV in the U.S.,
Oh,
a bunch of new
this is
seasons are
even
starting up. And I guess for anime as well, the fall season's here because Shadow Blazer's starting to report on it. Is there
Just
anything?
Go ahead and fly.
Is there anything you're currently watching that you'd recommend, or something you think hasn't gotten enough spotlight? I'm curious what your answer was.
Yeah, as for live action TV, there's really nothing, because anything I've been watching and following in that...
Dude, X-Files.
Yeah, but I'm getting to that.
Yeah.
Because anything I have been watching, X-Files, Better Call Saul, American Crime Story, they're all on season breaks right now. So, as far as the...
Oh, are they on the weird break?
Yeah.
Are they? Okay. All right.
Oh, there's an egg you'll have to hatch it eventually.
But then you don't have anime to recommend?
I do.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting there. As for anime, there's quite a few shows I'm going to be checking out as the fall season comes out. Most of them are due either this week or next week, but one did debut on Saturday. That's called Azeta the Last Witch, which is basically a fantasy take on World War II.
Okay.
And really good first episode anyway. So
All right.
I can highly recommend people check that one out.